Hi Year 2, this is my video to go with today's literacy session. I have mapped out the main events of the Clock Tower story, which you will also be doing. The only difference being you are going to be adding on your own ideas that you've thought of earlier on in the week to the beginning up here. So what happened before that little dancer became stuck in the clock tower. All right, so mine starts in the top left-hand corner. You've got a little dancer who works very, very hard, practices all day, all night, and she's winning all the competitions that she enters. Now, if you follow the arrows around, you'll see the next character that comes along is the witch. Now, unfortunately, that witch is not a very nice character at all. She's quite jealous of the dancer, and she gets really fed up of seeing her winning everything. So one day she decides to lock her into the clock tower, and that's how I think she became stuck in there. Now, these three faces here, they are the villagers. Now, they don't know where the little dancer is. They're very concerned. They're really, really upset. Until one day, the dancer decides to start practicing her dancing again in the clock tower. And the little people in the village can hear her dancing, and they can hear her singing, and they suddenly realise that she's okay. So they've gone from being really, really sad to so excited they start letting balloons go and almost having a party because they know that the dancer is okay. They can hear her singing and they can hear her dancing as well. Now, the little dancer, as we know, we saw in the video, she sees those balloons float by the window and she's really keen to know where they're coming from and what's happening. So she manages to get out of that clock tower and she manages to walk into the town. Now, obviously, as soon as she leaves that clock tower, the people in the village think that maybe she's not okay again. So they all freeze, the town freezes, and that's what she sees when she walks through that little village. The whole village has frozen. And now, as we know, that story continues. I've run out of room on my board, I'm afraid, but it continues and she goes back to the clock tower and she starts dancing again and the village comes to life again. So at some point we might talk about what might happen after that little story. But for now, I'd like you just to plot the main events, including what you think happens before. Now, I've seen some really, really good examples that have been emailed over to us. So thank you for those, and I can't wait to see them within the whole story. One other thing that you might like to do with a story map, sometimes we do a story map and then we come back to it and we're not quite sure what we've drawn. So there's some little things that you can add. If you want to add some words to it, so for example, at the beginning, all right, you might just add a few little words that might help you when it comes to writing up this story. Sorry, my cat's here again. I'm going to start with long, long ago, because it's a bit like a fairy tale, I think, this story. So you could have long, long ago, or you could have once upon a time. Just little words that might help you when it comes to writing this up. So I'm going to use some describing words for my little dance. I'm going to use the describing words hardworking, she's strong, she's kind. Okay, I'm going to use a describing word for my witch there, which is quite a jealous character. And as we know, locks her into an old rusty tower. I've used some describing words there for my tower. Obviously the people in the village I've put devastated, because I think they'd be so worried about where she is and if she's okay. And they're also very, very worried. So once you've done your map, if you want to just add on some words that will help you when it comes to writing up this story in Friday's session, go for it. Okay, I find that really helpful. All right, I can't wait to see these. Have a great day. Bye-bye.